Is a 69-degree, partly cloudy autumn night here in Raleigh, North Carolina. About 2,824 miles away from Stanford University, which is about 41 hours east. And we're ready to get rolling here as it's a battle of the ACC conference. We got number 21 NC State taking on unranked Stanford. Now, let's talk about this. Let's talk about this tonight as we welcome you inside Carter Finley Stadium here in Raleigh, North Carolina. I'm Mason Urban with Fox 2 TV. Let's talk about this. So earlier tonight, we've already seen one upset. Stanford is not ranked. However, NC State is ranked in the top 25. They are ranked number 21. Both these teams have 2 wins and 1 loss. If Stanford upsets NC State tonight, Stanford takes number 21 and knocks NC State out of the AP top 25. Not necessarily out of, obviously, not necessarily out of the playoff picture. It might knock them out the playoff picture. You never know. But it knocks them out of the AP top 25. Stanford would be ranked number 21. If NC State wins, NC State holds on to the 21 rank. Now, let's talk about the game that was supposed to be played last night. So last night it was supposed to be South Alabama taking on the Alabama Crimson Tide in Tuscaloosa to kick off Week 4. That game had to be moved to 9 p.m. tonight over on NBS TV. And South Alabama upset Alabama in overtime on the road in Tuscaloosa and has taken the number 8 rank and knocked Alabama out of the AP top 25 for now. Now, here's what's going to happen. After Week 4, the top 25 teams, they will have to play somebody in the rankings. So that means next week, that means you can either move up in the ranking or you could drop in the ranking. So it really depends that. Now, let's talk about this. So a rule in our league is that a non-ranked team can steal the rank away from a ranked school. But that is only if the team is at 500 or higher win percentage. So a team can't be 0-3 and beat a 3-0 team and take the ranking away. That's not how it works. They would have to be at least 2-1 or 1-1 to steal the ranking away. But that's just how it goes. So let's get this game kicked off. So it looks like Stanford's going to start with the ball. NC State will get it to start the second half, and we are underway from Carter Finley Stadium. Boy, would Stanford love to go back to California with the 21 rank, but they get things started at their own 22. 1st and 10. There's Sam Roush, their tight end. Hometown Nashville, Tennessee. He is a junior this year at Stanford. So we already saw one upset tonight. We'll get into that at halftime and after this game. But here's a snap. Fires, and it's a... You kidding me? It's a fumble. And Stanford takes it back. We've seen that tonight. We have seen that tonight. The double turnover. It happened in that South Alabama game. South Alabama throws an interception. Alabama fumbles the return, the INT return, and South Alabama gets it right back. That's what happens to Stanford. They throw the interception in one play. They get it right back off a fumble. Here's Daniels dropping back. Fires, incomplete. Threw it right at the back of that defender, and it brings up 2nd down and 10. Looking, gets it off in time, but he's hit as he throws it and fires incomplete. Third and 10 coming up. Stanford's been doing okay to open up the season. That's incomplete. They would really like to get to a 3-1 record. And fair catch signaled and caught. So thankfully for NC State, Stanford does nothing with the interception. He's going to get sacked. He loses a yard. He tried taking it and running. Couldn't do anything there. McCall. Looking over the middle. What a catch. Jet sweep. He is fast. And it's going to bring up a 2nd and inches. Hands it off again. Cutting back inside the 5, 2nd and goal. Excuse me. Second and goal from the opponent 3. Wasn't ready for that. He's going to lose yards back to the 6. Here he goes, looking for Mitchell. He makes the catch. They're deciding if they want to go for the field goal, and they decide to try to get the touchdown instead. And there it is, touchdown NC State. NC State off to a great start to open up the season with that 2-1 record. They're hoping to get a win here tonight because you'd hate to drop 2 straight games after a 2-1 start, and dropping really more than 1 game might take you out of the playoff picture. Next Saturday night, they got to play North Carolina. So it's North Carolina State, Saturday night, over on NBS TV. This week, it's Michigan State on NBS TV. So we got a couple of foes in back-to-back weeks. There's the kick. 7-0 NC State, and there's the return. And we're going to take a short break and come back after this. 7-0 North Carolina up. 7:43 to play in the first. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this. Welcome back to Riley, North Carolina. Here, 7-0. NC State leads Stanford with 7:43 to play in the opening quarter. Stanford has the ball. 1st and 10 at their own 24. Looking, throws, knocked away. Incomplete. There's a rush for a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 4. Daniels looking, fires, pass is broken up, incomplete. And Stanford will have to punt. And a nice return there, sets it up 1st and 10 at the opponent 49 for NC State. Gets it off. Tipped in. Incomplete. He almost caught it. Did you see that? That was almost a tip and completion. Instead, it's 2nd and 10 as he dropped it. Was unable to hang on, but McCall hands off to Waters. And gain of 3 brings up 3rd and 7. Getting it out. Couldn't quite get the 1st down. They're going to go for it. It's on their own side of the field. 4th and 1. McCall's going to hand it off to Waters. Waters will pick it up. McCall looking for Concepcion, and it's batted down. Great defensive play there. McCall looking, throws an interception. And all the way down inside the 20. That's the 1st turnover from NC State tonight. Both of these teams 2-1, trying to avoid a rocky start. I mean, you'd kind of consider it a rocky start if you fall to 2-2, right? Especially if you're NC State, you got to play North Carolina. The Tar Heels are a good team. Going for that 1st down, he's got it. 1st and goal all the way to the opponent's 7. They're going to do their own jet sweep. This is going to be a Stanford touchdown as he leaps into the end zone. And now they will try the extra point to tie it up. This is how, and that's good. So we're all tied up at 7 here in the 1st. 5:35 to play. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this. Well, tomorrow is Mid-American Conference Wednesday, and tomorrow night at 10:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, over on NBS TV, it's the 3-0 number 14 Central Michigan versus unranked 2-1 Bowling Green. Winner of that game gets number 14. So we've seen a lot this season. Central undefeated. They're the only remaining undefeated team in their conference. And the only team without a win in the Mid-American Conference is Kent State. They've been struggling big time there. Hopefully they can turn things around, but time will tell. So Stanford matched the touchdown off an interception they got off of NC State. And now here's the kickoff. The call's been pretty decent so far. Just that one interception, and that's batted down. Dangerous pass there. 2nd and 10. And he's going to go down for a sack. He couldn't get the ball out in time. Going for the big play, and it's intercepted again. And the ball comes out, but Stanford jumps on it. Turnovers will eat you. Alabama found that one out. Stanford with an excellent shot to go up 14-7. Trying to steal the rink away from NC State. Here's a jet sweep. It got him the touchdown last time. It's going to get him a first down and more this time. Inside the 10. Takes the snap. Looking. Fires back. Incomplete. Broken up. That was blew up before it could even happen. Great defensive play there. 2nd and goal. All right, now if you're McCall over on NC State, that's intercepted. Hold everything. Carter with the pick. 50, 40, 30. He could go all the way, and he will. It is a pick six from one end zone to the other, 98 yards. Touchdown NC State. Well, we were just getting ready to say that McCall over on NC sideline. I meant sideline. Has got to think. You just threw back-to-back interceptions, so you gotta think, a little bit. Okay, I gotta be careful with the ball. South Alabama took care of the ball after they had to change quarterbacks because their starter wasn't doing so great. They put in their backup, and they ended up winning the game. You gotta take care of the football. Treat it like it's your girlfriend, right? Like, you don't want somebody else to steal your girlfriend, right? So, keep that ball safe. Don't throw the ball where it can't go, and that field goal or PAT is no good. But don't throw the ball where it can't go, and take care of it. Meanwhile, with 4:32 to go in the first, Stanford's going to get the ball back, so that is the second turnover by Stanford. The first interception Stanford threw, they got the ball right back off a fumble recovery on the INT return, so that time it was a loss. They get the ball right back. That's the advantages there's an advantage and a disadvantage to throwing a pick six. The advantage is you get the ball right back. The disadvantage is you're now down 6. But that's also good news for Stanford because they can take the lead with an extra point. And if you kick a field goal, then you're only going to be down 3. He's going to air it out. That is caught. Beautiful throw there for the first down. Has to get rid of it, and another interception. So now if you're Stanford's quarterback, you got to go over to the sideline, be like, okay, that's back-to-back interceptions just like the other quarterback. I got to take care of this football. So I think you go over there and sit. You think about what went wrong there. Obviously, that time he had a man running after him. He had to throw the ball. But in that situation, you're going to wonder, do you throw it away? And a little miscommunication there. McCall looked like he was going to run it and didn't. Loss of 3. But, you're going to be thinking about that. Should I have just thrown that ball away instead of trying to throw it to where I tried to throw it and got it picked off? Waters, gain of 4 on the play. 3rd and 9 coming up. Waters has been great all evening. And 4th and 8. They're on the opponent 45. And they're going to go for it. By the way, it has NC State ranked as number 22 in the game. We're not going off the game rankings. We're going off our own rankings. Jolie! Big play there for NC State inside the 10. And kudos to Stanford for getting the stop there to avoid the touchdown. But here's Waters. You can't let that guy run all over you. That's a gain of 3 there. McCall looking to redeem himself for those back-to-back interceptions he's thrown. Oh, got to get rid of the ball there, though. I don't blame him for trying to take it and run, right? You're this close to the goal line. You don't want to Russell Wilson it against Tom Brady in the Super Bowl. So you got to, as Waters leaps into the end zone for the touchdown, so you got to take care of it. You got to run it. So he says, I'm going to take this and run it. But what he doesn't see is the way he's running. He doesn't see that one defender has a clean shot to him. The defender takes him down, but on the very next play, it's handed off to the senior halfback, not Cam Waters. That's a professional player. But it's handed off to Waters, and he gets the touchdown. And I think NC State's calling a timeout because I think they want to try to go for 2 here since they missed that PAT. So, yes, it looks like they want to go for 2. The offense is still out there. Looking for Mitchell. He's got it. It's good. All right, Stanford finds themselves down 21-7 after back-to-back interceptions. What does Daniels got to do now to get back into this game? We mentioned that, he's going to be thinking on the sideline, kind of like what McCall was doing. I threw back-to-back interceptions. I need to be more careful with this football, not trying to throw it into triple, double coverage early and getting it picked off. So far, back-to-back handoffs for Daniels. It's going to bring up 3rd and 6. So now you're going to have to go to the air. You're going to have to trust yourself here. If you don't trust yourself, you got nothing, and it's not going to go the way you want it to. You might have struggled with it, but you go to the air and incomplete. So that time, not bad, actually. Took care of the ball very well there. Didn't throw it into double or triple coverage. Didn't unnecessarily throw it down the field. Sure, you had to punt, but punting the ball away is better than giving it away off an interception. A minute 38 to go in the first, 21-7. The Wolfpack on top. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this. Welcome back to Raleigh, North Carolina. That was just a short break. NC State has the ball 1st and 10 at the opponent 48 after Stanford had to punt there. McCall hands it off to Waters. Waters scoring the touchdown last time out. Gain of 5 there. Brings up 2nd and 5. And goes down that time. 3rd down and 11 coming up. McCall looking for some more redemption and throws his 3rd interception of the half. I don't know if you really even blame him for that. I think that was just really good defense there. He threw the ball expecting his receiver to be there, and the defender, unfortunately, was just there to make the play. Daniels looking, going to the end zone, taking a risk this time, knocked away. And see, I like that right there. It's not double or triple coverage, but you can't be afraid to throw the ball deep either, just because it's not working out for you early. Less than a minute to go here, though, in the opening quarter. Stanford not able to do anything. Touchdown! What a play that was! And Stanford has made it a 7-point ball game, for now 8-point, now 7-point ball game once again, with 40 seconds to go in the first quarter. Here's Grimes. Turns it to his own 28. So now you got to go right back to taking care of the ball. McCall turned it over again last time. That resulted in 7 points essentially because of the touchdown PAT. You got to take care of the ball. Waters with a rush for the first down, trying to stiff arm. His way for more yards, and he got a few extra there. And it's a loss that time. He just ran out of bounds, nowhere to go. Likely time for one final play here in this first quarter. Look at that. Nice pass there. Got it out to Collins. And that will expire the first quarter. So after one, 21-14. NC State Wolfpack up. Don't go anywhere. There'll be more after this. You're watching NCAA football here on Fox Tube TV. Welcome back to Raleigh, North Carolina, keeping the breaks a little short. Ready to start the second quarter of play. The Wolfpack has the ball. 1st and 10 at the opponent 48, or 3rd down and 3 at the opponent 30 or 48. As we start the second quarter, it's a direct snap to Waters. Lost a yard on that play. And that brings up 4th and 4. They're going to go for it, though. Going for Joey. He made the catch for the first down. Beautiful pass there. And the drive stays alive. Oh, trying to spin out of it and only loses a yard. This time, remember last time he did that, he lost 5 because he had to just run out of bounds. And sometimes you got to do that. You just run out of bounds. That's intercepted. And now Stanford can try to tie this one up. Well, so far, in that drive, NC State was taking care of the football. Well, that's a fumble. That is a fumble, and they get the ball right back at the opponent 49. NC State was taking care of the ball, the interception, and then that's right there, turnover right there. NC State gets it back. Noah Potter, the right end, jumping on that one and saying, that's mine. Nice defensive play there to not only knock the ball out, but to jump on it. Getting that out, just a short pass. Not risking anything. 2nd and 5 coming up. Oh, he faked him out. McCall on the run. McCall with a huge run. McCall fighting for the goal line. Gets knocked down at the 2. I would do that again. That was, wow, what a fake. Fakes the handoff to his halfback. And he's like, I'm going to take it myself, boys. And almost scoring a touchdown, too, as a result of it. 2nd and goal. Here's McCall. Going for the goal line. Got to the 2. Tried the QB sneak there. More than likely was only going to get down to inside the 1-yard line, which would have set up a chance for another QB sneak. Waters is in, though, for the touchdown. And the Wolfpack score, and they only use a minute of the time that they had when they got the ball off that fumble. There was 9:05 to play in the half when they got the ball, and in a minute and 5 seconds, They go down the field and score the touchdown thanks to their quarterback taking off on a fake and landing inside the 2. Or at the 2-yard line, the extra point is good. Make it 28-14. So, unlike that South Alabama game, Stanford, they still kind of got to make a comeback, but it's not nearly as much of a deficit as it was for South Alabama. South Alabama had to overcome a big deficit. They did that. They will get to that at the half, as that's a gain of 4 jumping over defenders for the extra yards. Makes the jet sweep and brings up 3rd and 2. Here's Daniels taking the snap, looking, fires. That is tipped and incomplete. Now, do you go for it on 4th and 2 at your own 29? They're going to do it. The worst that can happen is you turn this ball over and give up a touchdown or a field goal. And he's got the first down. You don't have to worry about... The answer is C. None of the above. You don't have to worry about any of that. At least for now. Trying to jump to get as many more yards as he can. Going out and almost intercepted and almost caught, but instead brings up 3rd and 4. Incomplete. And that is intercepted. What a play by NC State. Oh, he ran backwards. I think he might have been a little disoriented or a little confused. Thankfully, that only turns into a loss of 1 instead of a loss of a bunch. That could have easily been a big loss there. And again, direct snap to Waters. And wrapped up. He couldn't go anywhere with it. He's in for a touchdown. (34-14). And whoa, that kick is no good, and there's a flag on the play, though, more than likely.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
Yeah, he's gonna get a chance at another attempt. That is good. Make it 35-14. 4:51 to go in the half. Alright, so now it's essentially getting in to that deficit that South Alabama found themselves in. They were down 36-15 at the half, and they made a comeback. They ended up coming back and winning. Going deep down the field, incomplete. So can Stanford make a comeback? That's intercepted. I tell you what, it's going to be a good team, It's going to be a good game between NC State and NC next week. If NC State shows up like this in that game as well, Waters stuffed in the back field there, so second down and 11. That is incomplete. Knocked it out at the last minute. That was a touchdown-saving move. Over the middle, pass caught, touchdown. And NC State putting those points on the board. It is now 42-14. So we mentioned, with 4:13 to go in the half, we mentioned that South Alabama found themselves down 36-15 at the half and was able to make a comeback. Will Stanford be able to do that? They're down 42-14 going into half. That is incomplete. Would have been a really nice play if he held on. Instead, brings up 3rd and 2. And almost intercepted again. That's going to result in a punt. And that's good for Stanford that they're going to punt this away, because Oh, that's not a very good punt, though. Only to the opponent 45 with 3:43 to go in the half. But that's a little bit better for Stanford. They've intercepted this quarterback a couple of times, and they're going to be like, okay, well, maybe we can get them to force it, deep downfield and make a mistake, and maybe we can get a turnover and then come back, into it a little more by getting a touchdown. Meanwhile, that's a gain of 9 on first down, so it brings up 2nd and 1. Waters with the first down here. The Wolfpack gets to stay at home next week against North Carolina. And look at that. A nice snap to the halfback. Gave it to the receiver. 2nd down and 2 coming up. Going out to the left side. Got the first down. That's Jolie. He had a nice play that I believe either A, turned into a touchdown, or was a good enough play to almost turn into a touchdown. Waters to the edge. And as long as there's time on the clock, there's time for NC State to score. Going to Smothers. And 1st and goal. Takes the handoff again. Touchdown. NC State. This has been the longest first half tonight, as Grayson McCaw, the senior, gets it into the end zone for yet another NC State score. Oh, wait, booth review. This one might be coming back. Was he in when... Oh. This will be an interesting call. His knee was down, they say. It's not a touchdown. That will take us to this year to college football. It used to be the clock would stop every first down. But now there is a 2-minute warning like professional, and Waters is in. That is a touchdown for NC State. That kick is good. 49-14. 49 points in the whole first half. Assuming that NC State only scores 49 points in the first half, if they score 49 in the second half, that would be 98 total points in this game for them. But this game, it looks over for Stanford, but we've already seen one comeback tonight. It's really not. The probability of it is probably not the best in this game, unlike that South Alabama game from tonight. But it could happen. There is a chance, and that's a big play downfield, and with big plays like that, there is a chance of it happening. There's an even better chance of it happening. This game could end up in overtime. Going downfield again, intercepted. And this is going to go all the way back. No, it's not. He's got him. Touchdown saving tackle there by Faro. But a minute 31. There's a chance for another touchdown from NC State. This is the more touchdowns NC State scores, the lower the chances are of a comeback by Stanford. You might say, "Oh, that's intercepted right there," but you might say, "Well, duh, that's kind of the idea of the game." And he's diving for the goal line, and he did not get in. He stopped at the 2. Dived a little too early there, but they should have no problem with scoring. Yep, there it is. Touchdown, Stanford. So finally, Stanford gets on the board again with a touchdown. Probably should have had one there on that return, but he dives for the goal line and unfortunately unable to get in. And that is good. So 49-21 the score. So finally we see another Stanford touchdown. But they're going to have to do a lot more to get back in this game. They need 3 touchdowns. Actually, no, they need 4. Because 28, 35, 42, and 49. So they need 4 touchdowns. That touchdown gave them a better shot. And there's a flag on the play. That might come back. Yep, that's coming back. And a great play there, reaching for the first down. Didn't get it, though. He stopped a yard shy. So it brings up 2nd and 1. Over the middle, there's Rodgers. Here's Rodgers. And that's intercepted. And this is going to go all the way back for a Stanford touchdown. 55-yard pick 6. Extra point is good. So now all they need is 3 touchdowns. We thought it might have been Jover for Stanford. Then all of a sudden on defense and offense, they becoming red hot. Incomplete, knockdown. And I think it could just be, I think it could just be wear and tear on this offense too. They could just be wore out because of how many touchdowns they have scored this half. They need a halftime break to kind of reset and be like, okay guys, we just threw 2 interceptions back to back there, and it resulted in 2 touchdowns for Stanford. Getting them within 3 touchdowns coming back into this one. We got to be a little more careful with our decision making. And Jolie stopped, and that will send us to the locker room. All right. And we will see you for the start of the second half. We're going to send you over down to Orlando for the halftime report. And before we send you back to Raleigh, North Carolina, we got one more thing to talk about. There was the game that was supposed to be played last night to kick off week 4. Instead, it was played before this game tonight. We had unranked South Alabama, who was 2-1, taking on number 8 Alabama, who was 3-0. And South Alabama found themselves down 36-15. Their starting quarterback Lopez was scored 2 touchdowns and 1 2-point conversion with his team. 1 touchdown and 1 2-point conversion with his team. They pulled him after another interception in the third quarter. They sent in Davenport. Davenport was perfect. Davenport led them to a comeback. It was tied up at 36. Then the Crimson Tide get a touchdown late to retake the lead, 42-36. The Crimson Tide turn it over. South Alabama takes a field goal, taking a 39-36 lead. Alabama just gets a touchdown. They try to go for 2 to make it a 44-39 game, which would have made South Alabama have to score a touchdown. They fail it. South Alabama was able to go downfield, kick a field goal to tie the game at 42. And then we go to overtime. So, overtime, South Alabama wins the toss. They take the ball to get it started. Touchdown, extra point was good. Alabama, from the South Alabama 25, because that's where teams get the ball in overtime. It was a touchdown for them, tying the game at 49. Then Alabama gets the ball with a shot to score a touchdown, and then South Alabama would have had a shot to tie it up. Instead, it's a fumble they run with it. It's a fumble. South Alabama recovers. They get the ball on the opponent 25. They can score anything to win the game, and in 2 plays, they find a receiver in the end zone wide open for the game-winning touchdown. They win at 55-49 in overtime. South Alabama gets to 3-1, hands Alabama their first loss of the season, and takes the number 8 ranking back to Mobile with them next week, which their opponent will be determined. It will be a ranked opponent. Their opponent will be determined after week 4 concludes. But let's get you back down to Raleigh, North Carolina. All right, thanks, Coach. And we're ready for quarter number 3 here in Raleigh, North Carolina. And what a game that was indeed, as NC State's going to get the ball to start the second half. They had a 49-14 lead, but a couple interceptions got Stanford a couple touchdowns, and they are now just down 3 touchdowns in this game. And NC State's looking to get it back together and start scoring more touchdowns. Here's Waters on the run. Waters, 25 rushes for 103 yards for NC State. That's pretty solid. And nice run from Waters there. And how about that? First down. Grayson McCall, 251 yards, 6 touchdowns, 3 interceptions, I think that said. 3 or 4, something like that. He throws the ball as he's hit, so it brings up 2nd and 10. And sometimes you just gotta, throw the ball away like that. Get the ball out of your hand. It's better to throw an incomplete pass than take a sack, but 3rd and 8. Oh, he's sacked. Jolie was wide open to make a similar play like earlier, and instead, NC State has to punt this one away, and Stanford... Oh, the ball came out. It was hit. I think NC State got it. They did. McCall with the QB draw. He's been good with his legs tonight. Gain of 2 there. And that's what you want to see if you're NC State. Muffed punts, muffed kickoffs, stuff like that, that's a 1st down and 10. Because that gives you a shot. Sure, like, you failed. Right? You went 3 and out. You failed. But with that muffed punt, it sets them up to go for, to not go for, but to increase their chances of scoring a touchdown or points. Third down and 5, though, they face. Staying in bounds, picking up the 1st down. They've had some good plays like that all night long. Waters looking for the end zone, couldn't get in. And that time NC State is in. Touchdown. PAT is up and good. Makes the score 56-28, 7:14 to go in the 3rd. And 2nd and 5. Oh, he intercepted that. That is intercepted by NC State. What a way to avoid the defenders. And taken down inside the 20. McCall. Gonna use his legs and loss of 1 on the play. Oh, McCall might have got a little hurt there. He appears to be okay, though. And loss of 3 that time. 3rd and 14. And it is 4th and 17. And they're staying out to go for this. Oh, he almost got it. He was so close to getting the first down. That was crazy. He just missed it by a few inches. I think if that other receiver blocked a little better as that's intercepted, then he would have had that first down. But it doesn't matter anymore. They get the interception. Waters, excellent blocking for Waters, down to the 2, I believe. Yes. McCall sneaking in for the touchdown. And yes, we are still in the 3rd quarter of play, folks. Still plenty of football to be played here, and that extra point is good, making it 63-28. So look at NC State. They're scoring points. Making sure that Stanford can't make a comeback, because once you get in the 4th quarter, right, if they keep scoring points, once you get in the 4th quarter, eventually Stanford's going to run out of time. And they can't do anything, especially when they keep throwing those. That's intercepted again. Our sideline reporter caught up with Stanford's coach at halftime, and he was asked if he would take Daniels out of the game if he wasn't performing too good, and he said that he wouldn't, even after watching that South Alabama game, because he hasn't done a great job, but he hasn't done that bad of a job to him, as he was able to get them a couple touchdowns for half and at least give them a chance in this game. You know, they're 2-1, and you could argue that South Alabama was also 2-1, but South Alabama did not have a chance with their starting quarterback. They had a chance with their backup, and they ended up winning. And that's intercepted. So finally, Stanford gets an interception with a shot to do something. But you can't just throw an interception right after getting the ball off an interception. And that's exactly what they do. They threw the INT. After getting the INT. And that's a sack. Nowhere to go with it. 2nd and 17. That time the pocket just collapsed on him. And incomplete. He was hit as he threw it. And that's incomplete again. Oh no, that's a sack. We still got 1 quarter to play. And intercepted again. Throws it to avoid the sack. He throws another interception, but they knock the ball out. And I believe that Stanford has recovered it. So the loser of this game falls to 500, while the winner improves to 3-1 and gets the rank. And jumps into the end zone for the touchdown. NC State hangs on and wins this game. They keep the rank. If Stanford makes the comeback, they get the rank. And that's intercepted. Just like the South Alabama game. This has just been interception filled. Both teams have turned this ball over a lot. Alright, now if you're NC State, I would start taking care of the ball again. Because you've been giving up touchdowns as a result of the interceptions. Oh, look at that catch. First and 10 at the opponent 45. Knocked down. What a great defensive play there. 3rd and 11. They're starting to fall into that slump they fell in at halftime. They scored all those points, and then they just went quiet for the rest of the half. That is caught! What a catch inside the 15. Remarkable. Hurdling and knocked down to the 5. That is dropped in the end zone. Would have been a touchdown if he held on. Instead brings up 4th and 3. And can't get it off. He's sacked. And Stanford takes over. Looking, airing it out. That is incomplete. And he caught that. That will end the 3rd quarter. Oh, Stanford called a timeout. Maybe they want another shot before the 3rd quarter ends. Get a big play to open up the 4th, so that way they have a better shot at a comeback. Here they go. It is. What a catch that is. And it will be 1st and 10 at the opponent 25 when we come back. That's the end of the 3rd quarter. What a play. Well, welcome back to Raleigh, North Carolina. Here at NC State, home of the Wolfpack. Daniels and the Cardinals had a good play there to end the 3rd quarter. And they get a gain of 3 there to open up the 4th and final quarter. They're going to need a touchdown and 2-point conversion if they want to try to tie this game, or they could get touchdown, extra point. Try to play for the lead. If NC State allows a comeback, this will be the biggest lead they've blown in school history, at least in this league. Obviously, and denied the touchdown, but it is a first down, so the drive continues. And more than likely, we are going to be seeing a touchdown here on this next play. Yes, touchdown Stanford. With 9:13 to go. Can they make the comeback? They call their second timeout. That might be costly. Going for 2, it looks like. And denied! What a play there. What a play there by NC State's defense. They lead by 23. Here in the fourth, and the ball came out. I was just getting ready to say that you really... Oh, and that's intercepted. I was just getting ready to say that they should definitely just start milking the clock here. Don't worry about scoring any more points unless they get closer to your lead. I would just run as much time off the clock as possible, punt if you have to, and if you only escape here with a 10-point victory, I mean, it's better than allowing a comeback potentially. So they got the touchdown last time. We're blown up on the 2-point conversion, and that's 2 straight interceptions for them now. That is caught for the first down. So like I said, I think that you just milk the clock here. Don't do anything bizarre that's going to allow them to come back. You want to run this clock down as much as you can. And the best you can do is stop them from scoring a touchdown. That's the best thing you can do. Stop the touchdown. A 23-yard field goal will make it more difficult for Stanford. Oh, that's no good. He missed it to the left. That would have made it a little more difficult, but instead that's a missed field goal. And with 7:25 to go, there's still a chance that Stanford can get back into this one. And hit as he threw it, incomplete. And that is broken up. 3rd and 10. And this is where you want to lock up the game. You see them obviously struggling here. This is a perfect opportunity to ice the game as he hurdled one man and then was quickly brought down. They're going to have to do hurry-up offense. They might have to spike the ball a couple of times. And blown up! He dropped the ball as a result of it. Good news for Stanford. That stops the clock. Bad news is it's an incomplete pass, and that's incomplete as well. The receiver never turned around. And that's intercepted. And that's good for NC State, because each time they have to punt or miss a field goal, that just means they can run more time off the clock and not have to worry about Stanford stealing the rank away from them. However, and that's intercepted. However, next week you got to worry about the Tar Heels, and I would kind of worry a little bit if I was NC State, because the interceptions have been bad in this game. There's no reason to throw as many interceptions as was thrown in this game by both teams. That's just unacceptable. And I hope that the coaches really get into their quarterbacks' heads and be like, hey man, there's a second string on the bench that would really love your job. And if you keep playing like that, that's a polite way of saying, hey coach, bench me, as we bring out the shades of NBA 2K for that. And can't do anything again. They gotta go for it. They gotta have this. Gotta have the first down, going deep. That is caught. They get the first down. And they do hurry up offense, it looks like. Going for the end zone. Intercepted. This game is over. A reminder, Mid-American Conference Wednesday over on NBS TV tomorrow. 10:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. 2-1 Bowling Green battles on number 14, 3-0 CMU, Central Michigan University. Over on NBS TV, 10:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That should be a good game. Teams with solid, a team with a solid record playing a team with a great record. CMU trying to get to 4-0. While Bowling Green looking to not necessarily steal number 14 ranking, which they will if they win, but to get to 3-1, so their chances at being able to play in the playoff is greater. And INT again. But, and not only that, if they win, that would mean there's no longer any teams undefeated in the Mid-American Conference. Kent State still looking for their first win. They're 0-3. CMU 3-0. They're the only undefeated team in the Mid-American Conference. And if you go undefeated, it increases your chances at the playoff and more than likely will make you a playoff team. So basically, the top 4 teams, the 4 teams that will receive the first round bye, will be the conference champions. But it will be, obviously, 4 teams out of the 12-team playoff that have won their conference championships. Fourth and 3, NC State looking to wrap up this game. Once you get it down to 1:13, you can go into victory formation. But it's going to require you to have a first down. Clock stopped. As they went out of bounds on that last play, the halfback tried a trick play there. That did not work. Fourth and 5. And with 3:24 to go in regulation, NC State will be looking to take the ball back from Stanford, and they can probably just kneel this one out after a few first downs. You hope that Stanford at least gets to the 2-minute warning, or takes it to the 2-minute warning at least, before you get the ball. That way you don't have to worry about the clock stopping at the 2-minute warning. Stanford more than likely probably not going to use their final timeout against you. They're probably just going to let you kneel it out at this point, because they don't have a shot to win. And it's been a tough game for Stanford. They were down 49-14. Then at half, were able to get going on offense a couple times. You know, getting a few touchdowns in there when they were down 49-14. This could have easily been a blowout. Instead, it's only going to be a 23-point victory, at least you would think, for NC State. More than likely, they'd probably rather just punt, because they know they've lost this one. High snap. Firing deep toward the end zone. That was almost intercepted, but it doesn't matter. It's going to NC State. They'll run this down to the 2-minute warning. And then a first down should do it. Assuming that doesn't happen. So that is the 2-minute warning. And couldn't get the pass off. It's a sack. They're trying to get the first down. I don't know if I like this call. They were trying to get the first down so they could just kneel the clock out. Probably should have just punted, though. This can be costly. That is intercepted. Game over. There's a first down. I would say one more of those should wrap this up. And it will. They can go into victory formation. And they will. 63-40 the final. And for, at least for now, NC State holds on to the number 21 ranking. So this game does not go to overtime. This game ends the way NC State wants it to. They decided it was not going to overtime. And that's how it ends. Now, before we sign off, we're going to tell you where everybody is ranked in each of the conferences that played tonight, or well, each of the teams that has played tonight. NC State moves up to second in the ACC. So right now, it would be Miami and NC State. Or no. It would be Miami and California in the ACC title game. Alright, so talking about the ACC here. Actually, give us 1 sec. Because Stanford falls down there with a 2-2 record. Alright, so here's where the teams stand at. So you just saw the NC State Stanford game. NC State goes to second in the ACC with a 3-1 record. And Stanford falls to 11th in the ACC with a 2-2 record. They remain unranked. NC State holds on to the number 21 ranking. Now we go up to the SEC, and Alabama was leading the SEC, but with that loss tonight to South Alabama, they fall to 4th. Tennessee and Kentucky teams playing in the SEC championship. If this, as Tennessee is now the number 1 team in the SEC. And then in the Sun Belt Conference, South Alabama is currently 5th with a 3-1 record in the Sun Belt Conference. If the other 4 teams, or if the other 3 teams ahead of South Alabama loses, they could get to second in the standings. And if all 4 teams lose, then South Alabama would have a shot at first if James Madison was to lose. But James Madison, currently the only remaining undefeated team in the Sun Belt Conference at 4-0. Meanwhile, Marshall and Georgia State still looking for their first win of the season with a 0-4 record. And with that, we sign off. 63-40, the final. So long from Raleigh, North Carolina. NC State remains ranked number 21.